You're watching Jason Nappy Weather. Summer is back. Temps starting to heat up into July. Yeah. And also the tropics also heating up just a little bit off the southeast coast. Georgia, Carolina, also in the Gulf too. Got to watch there. A decaying or dying frontal boundary. Little spin up. Tropical, subtropical. Get to all that in the forecast. Plus those temperatures getting back to where you typically see them this time of the year. 80s, 90s, triple digits. Here's the surface analysis right now, looking at that warm front here coming through the Great Lakes, also back to the mid-Atlantic. You got a cold front here. So there's your one system to come through, but the next system is right here. Low pressure over Minnesota. That's going to move east and spark some severe thunderstorms the next couple of days, especially on Tuesday up in New England and the mid-Atlantic. And then that front is going to move south and it's going to die. And when that front begins to push south here, this cold front gets down right around here over those very warm, tropical-like kind of waters in the Gulf and also the Atlantic. Anytime you get that little spin in the atmosphere, and you can get a tropical storm, a depression, a subtropical low. You can get all that to go on. So the National Hurricane Center is watching very closely this area. Now, this is not going to be major. It's not going to be a massive hurricane, but anywhere around here off the coast, the southeast, is where you have that ability for those thunderstorms to fire up and some spin in the atmosphere to give us something tropical or subtropical, which is basically a fancy term for saying it has some characteristics, potentially not all of the characteristics of a tropical storm, but some are there. A warm core, and we'll see if that closes off here somewhere off the coast of Georgia, Carolina, or Florida. So watch that closely. Right now, the threat is mostly for rain, and you do have a TD2 here, so a tropical depression spinning down in the Gulf, way down in the Gulf West, here down really the Bay of Campeche and really the Yucatan. That's not going to be a threat to anyone except Mexico, okay? And that system begins to just die out as it pushes inland. So now look at what's going on. Go up in the sky, 20,000 feet or so. Look where the storm energy is. Look where you see the vorticity going on in the atmosphere, the spin, the heights. Let's take a look at it right now and show you. There is your little bit of spin going on, a little storm energy on the west coast of Florida near Tampa, okay? Here is your trough. This is a Monday. This is your trough digging across the Great Lakes here. So watch what happens in the next couple of days here. I'll put the map into motion and show you this. Watch here as the trough is going to push through. That's the cold front that's coming through right here. Here's your cold front, okay? And then there, notice here the energy off the coast here of Florida begins to weaken a bit, but there's a little bit of a circulation going on there. So there is an opportunity there for a spin up of some kind, nothing major. So right now it's only 20% by the Hurricane Center. Now that trough goes through, right? And watch the wind here. Now it's out of the north here. And that trough dying and that front coming through and that front falling apart here across the southeast could be enough to spin up something tropical or subtropical in the next few days into the beginning of July. Okay, so for the next 7-day period, right now the threat would be for rain. So that pushes through, that front pushes through, and then watch this trough dive bomb south from Canada. You rarely see this in July, but you have a deeper trough digging into the northeast and even the portion of the mid-Atlantic, really southern New England. That's going to be for July 4th here. And notice, watch here, a little spin up tries to develop here. We'll see if we get another front to come through and kind of fuel that fire, right, and give more energy to that dying system over the southeast. But notice here, you've got some storm energy off the coast of Georgia, Carolina here. A little spin up, maybe a little bit of a low pressure system. Once again, maybe something tropical. Right now, it doesn't look to be major, but there it is. And that takes us into July, okay, the early July timeframe. And then here, right around July 7th and 8th, you see a little bit of energy once again out here in the tropics. Over here, this is Bermuda. So west of Bermuda, a little spin up here, barreling into Florida. Now, right now, it doesn't look to be major, but definitely an opportunity there for something in the tropics here. It is the season, right? So we look at the precipitation to show you where and what the impacts would be in the next several days. And notice here, all the green blobs, that is rain across Florida, Georgia, Carolina. Now, this is Tuesday. Here's the front that I showed you Tuesday coming through with showers and thunderstorms that's coming through. And this would be the front that dies here off the coast of Georgia, Carolina, and Florida. And that would potentially hook up with some energy that you see more showers and thunderstorms firing up. Most of this, though, is off the coast. Most of it's over Florida. And then we'll see if we get a wave here to come from east to west. We'll see if some thunderstorms make it. But this time of the year, it's tough to do. You get a lot of Saharan dust that suppresses things tropically in the atmosphere. You also obviously get fronts coming through here. You get wind shear that tears these systems apart. So really, it's not until later August, September. Doesn't mean we can't have a hurricane, but it is less likely to happen this time of the year because of the things I mentioned, because of the dust, because of the wind shear that just tears apart these systems, okay? So now I want to focus a little bit more, a little closer to home, back in New England, my loyal followers there. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast here. This takes us into Tuesday. Notice here, the wind is out of the south, out ahead of the front here. So let me go ahead and put this into motion now. And there you go. Okay, so there is the system coming through eventually on Tuesday. Before that, though, this is Monday, 70s and 80s popping up across New England. Make a run for 90 in Manchester. This is now Tuesday. Wind is out of the south. And then here comes the front to come through. That'll switch the wind out of the west and southwest. Okay, and then on Wednesday, you're going to notice things begin to warm up quite a bit next week as we get a land breeze, okay? A land breeze is key this time of the year to get things on the warmer side, okay? So now let me show you the 10-day forecast. My loyal followers in Maine, bring up some sky cams and show you what's going on there across the state. You see a lot of clouds locked in now. We'll break some of those clouds up, especially outside of the mountains. Humidity begins to rise today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and then the thunderstorms come through with that cold front that I showed you, and that will spark a level 1 right now threat, not a level 2 or 3 just yet, but a level 1 threat for severe weather, especially in southern Maine and the southwest interior. So here's your forecast, the mountains the next 10 days. Mostly cloudy, 70 today, 82 Monday, 77 Tuesday with the frontal passage, 76 Wednesday. Humidity goes away, a few thunderstorms Thursday, and then we clear out. Just a few showers Friday. Now, Friday's that kind of that bowling ball of energy coming down from Canada. So right now I've got showers in the forecast Friday for the 4th. We'll see about fireworks being impacted or not. Partly cloudy on Saturday, and then Sunday, more scattered showers. Humidity begins to come up. Now, inland, a different story. It's a lot more like a summer forecast here outside of really yesterday, right? So now we're making a run for 80, a little sunshine, high sun angle. That's going to do it. We'll get close to 80 today, even being mostly cloudy. Make a run close to 90 tomorrow with a lot of sunshine inland. It's going to be fantastic if you like that summer heat. And then with the frontal passage Tuesday, now the thunderstorms come in late. It's not going to be a morning thing or even a midday. Really expect it to be very late in the afternoon, evening time, especially down east. Becomes sunny on Wednesday, gets pretty hot, 87, 85, and then for the 4th, there will be scattered showers around for the big holiday weekend, but not an all-weekend washout. For the coastline, it's 73, clouds to sun today. We'll break the clouds up. It's not going to be a perfect sunny day. Tomorrow, there's more sunshine. 78 Tuesday with the front and the thunderstorms. And then on Wednesday, get to 86, and it will be humid. And then we clear out by Friday after another front comes through on Thursday. Saturday, 79. Sunday, back in the humidity. So the summer pattern is back. It's here to stay. Summer returning in the forecast with a lot more 70s, 80s, although we are not going to be as hot as we were just a little while ago last week. Thank you for watching Jason Nappy Weather.